Good morning. Okay, day 76 today. My new world record, day 76. Very proud of myself. Sitting outside, isn't it beautiful? We're heading into autumn, but it's quite warm. So, yeah, I think cooler clothes today for sure. All right. Today we're going to do 5 days of eating, and I wanted to chat about how I'm doing on high-fat carnivore. I made a few notes, and I want to tell you about my vibration plate. Yes, for all the lipedema, the lippy ladies they call them. We call them lippy ladies. All right, so let's do what I eat in a day. All right, I may put that update separate. I may do that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that update separate. All right, so hello, welcome to my 5 days of eating. Day 76, Saturday, day 76 today. I've got my morning cup of tea, although it's mid-morning now, getting closer to lunch because I've been up, whipped tallow, but it's more of a cream. I've got it in here with an egg yolk. Whipped tallow, egg yolk, fatty tea. It really is delicious. I'm surprised because I had some egg yolk in a coffee about a week ago. Wasn't really a fan. It makes it quite astringent. I don't know if there's anything I could do to make it less. At the end of it, there's this astringent, but it's very good. I could easily drink that. That's delicious. Right. So Monday, today's Saturday. Monday was day 71. And I made jerky. I've been making jerky all week. And I think I've missed putting it down, some of it. So I've probably had more fat than what I've recorded, a little bit more. My first batch of jerky was the IHERB, very lean. I got cheap, $12.99, $13 a kilo. That's a good price here for beef in Australia. At the moment, it's probably the cheapest end that you're going to get, unless you buy half a cow, and I'm not going to do that. So, and then I use chuck steak raw. So the IHERB I sous vide whole, like in chunks. Then I sliced it up small, and then I dehydrated in little strips. Delicious. The chuck steak, I read someone was dehydrating it raw. I know that's what you do with biltong, but biltong is when you don't use heat. This is what I'm told. Please don't shout me down. You put it in a unit that you've got where it just air dries. So that's biltong, and it's from raw. So, but this was jerky, and I used chuck steak, and I just sliced it up. It was raw. I just sliced it up, popped it in the dehydrator, and I will show you what that turned out. Both of them are delicious. I probably at this point like the sous vide and then dehydrated better. I don't know if it was just that cut of meat, but that was absolutely delicious. So is this. Actually, they're both absolutely delicious. The texture is different. That's what it is. The sous vide has a crunchier, and it's all the way along. It's probably the texture I love the most, but I'm happily eating the the chuck steak. Jerky's fantastic as well. So Monday, so I made jerky. I've made my fatty tea, and then I've got here munching on jerky. So I guessed 15 grams of fat because just in my mind I went to teaspoons of fat and sort of just all through the day just munching on different bits. I didn't photograph all of it. Then I had some brisket and fat crackle. That was a big fat bowl. And then I had a cup of tea late at night. So interesting. I had a cup of tea late. That was all I had for the day. Now it came to 105 grams of fat, but that big bowl of brisket and fat crackle, I didn't even think about food. I didn't even realise I was adding this up a couple of days later. And I put wow, because I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even eat after that. I was munching on jerky though. That's why I sort of estimated for the day that much fat for the jerky, because I feel like it's been that sort of a week. I did tri-tip this week. I've done tallow this week. I've done a few things, and I feel like I haven't gotten the end results for all of. I don't know. Doing so much dehydrating and that, it's not like when I cut up a Scotch roll. It's hard to explain. Anyway, let's move on. Day 72. I had a fatty coffee in the morning, and then I had some Scotch fillet and some fat crackle and some more jerky. You'll see a theme running here. And then I prepped I used my mincemeat and wrapped, seasoned it a bit. I made balls, and then I decided I wanted to wrap them like hot dogs, like little beef dogs. But I only had so much bacon, so I did 3 different versions. I'll show you a photo of these bacon wrapped beef dogs. So I had some of those for, shall we call it dinner? Yeah, let's call it dinner. And again, that's all I had that day, 105 grams of fat. So then comes Wednesday. All right. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a little bit distracting, sorry. So I had a fatty tea in the morning and then a bowl of fat crackle. It was just all fat crackle, and it was full on, not in a bad way, full on. I mean, that was a lot of fat, and I was great, fine with it. I didn't run to the toilet afterwards or anything. That's a sign I'm getting fat adapted, isn't it? Then I air fried my chuck steak that I'd sous vide. So I'd gotten some chuck, and I cooked it in the sous vide machine, and then I popped it in the fridge and one in the freezer. Because then one's prepped and one I've got to cut up into strips. And so when I opened that packet up, I cut it all up into strips, and then I just put whatever I'm not having back in the fridge, already prepped. That's just the way I like to do it, so that I've always got food and it's quick and easy. It sounds like, you know, you cook it for 30 hours. It doesn't sound quick, but it is. It takes you 5 minutes to season it and pop it in a bag, seal it, and put it in the sous vide machine. Done. Then when you open it, I always pour off the stock and keep it. I freeze that. And then I cut it into strips and put it back in ready for prepping. Either, you know, it's fantastic. So good. Then I had a 8-gram latte and a 16-gram cinnamon whipped tallow bite. I'm nearly out, so I'm hustling now on the tallow. And then Sam gave me this little bowl, and then I almost forgot to take a picture, but I took a picture. I nearly finished it. It wasn't that much in the bowl, but it was rotisserie chicken that he had fried, as well as some bacon. And I can't remember what he was eating, but anyway, he came and gave me a bit because he said, "Mum, you'll like this. You can eat this." You know, I don't know what else he was. What was he having? I don't know what he was having. And then, you know what? I ordered out. I ordered takeaway. So I haven't done this. I've only had takeaway some Angus beef patties a few weeks back, and that was delicious, and I loved it. But I got a meat box from the kebab shop. So we've got a really great kebab shop down here. They make their own everything. I used to have goslings and this meat box, and then they also make a meat box with salad. They're the things that I would order. And but the meat box is just meat. It's a mixture of you can have a mixed tray, or a beef and lamb tray, or a chicken tray. So I got the mixed tray, which is chicken, beef and lamb. Look, I didn't really love the lamb. Nothing wrong with the lamb's good quality. It's not them. I'm just not feeling much lamb right now. So I wish I'd have asked for just beef and chicken, but I ate it over a course of a couple of days. So I got that home, got the sauces on the side, didn't worry about that. And then I had about a third of that tray. It was delicious, and I didn't have to cook it, and it was so great. Oh, love it. So I had 144 grams of fat on Wednesday. Then on Thursday in the morning, I toasted some of my buns. Yes, my whole egg bread. recipes on the channel, go for it. Let me just have a sip. I cooked 3 fried eggs and had that on toast. Then I had some of the beef jerky from the chuck. And then I sous vide a tri-tip, which I ended up flame grilling yesterday. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Then I had a big bowl of pork belly. You know what? I need to see if there's any more pork belly in the freezer. I think there might be one more bag of pork belly. I love pork belly, and it's a great fat bomb. I will make a little video on some food options, natural food options and made food options for adding fat to your diet. I've been planning it here in my notes. Then I had some jerky. Again, I've just guesstimated because I didn't video it and record it. But like I said, I've been eating jerky all week. And then I had some more of that mixed grill, that meat box that I ordered from the kebab shop with, I'm trying to get my sheet to go down, here we go, with some fat crackle and some chuck strips. So it was like a mixed grill bowl with 3 different things going on in there, which is what I love to do. I love to do that. 192 grams of fat. Now, I did not, my stomach was fine at 192 grams of fat. So it's good information to note. And then yesterday was Friday, day 75 yesterday. Wow, I'll be at the 90-day mark soon. I'm looking forward to 100 days. That's what I'm looking forward to. And I didn't talk about weighing myself. Let me do that at the end just to finish it off. So on Friday, yesterday, I had 3 more fried eggs on toast. I toasted some more of the egg white bread. And I've got 2 different, you'll see 2 different types because I've got some egg white bread from, I've got 1 whole egg bread and one of my egg white bread recipes that didn't have all the whole eggs in it. The one I've been making for a few years now, that is the best version that I could come up with. So that was delicious. And then I was busy whipping tallow, or trying to. And the cream, I don't know, I just felt so let down. Having said that, I'm not saying it's the tallow's fault. I think everything's an experiment for me. So I think just acknowledging that I've got to understand the properties of each of the foods. It's when I understand that, then I can use it the way I want to. So when I ended up realizing, like I tried several times yesterday, I left it, came back to it, left it, came back to it, try and get this to whip up. I left it, went to room temperature. I dried it out overnight. I let it air out, like I covered it, but let it breathe. This morning I came to it. I still could not whip it. So that's when I came to the realization, this is going to be called cream. It's Wagyu cream, this version. And I did try to whip it from refrigerated. Today, I'll video it as well, whip it from room temperature, and I'm going to see whether I get a different result. If I end up with cream again, I will know that it's just the composition of Wagyu is just different to the composition of all the other fat I've ever had that I've been whipping. So there you go. So I had a whole bag of jerky. Or do I have the tri-tip first? I think I had the tri-tip first. I got the tri-tip out. I'd had it in the fridge for 1 day because I cooked it, popped it in the fridge. I pulled it out and then I just brought it back to temperature in the sous vide bath for 1 hour. And then I fired up the smoker and flame grilled it on the outside. Put it on the breadboard, ended up eating. I didn't get heaps of photos. I didn't get heaps of photos. Ended up cutting it. Sam had some, Paul had some, I had some. The other half, that was half of the tri-tip. The other half I sliced up, portioned up, 1 for the freezer, 1 for the fridge. So I've got some tri-tip in there for the next 2 days. But then I had a funny tummy. This happened to me when the first time I had Wagyu fat. I had a funny tummy afterwards, but then I didn't after that, every time I've had it. And I've still got Wagyu fat and the collagen crispy bits in my fridge, and I've not experienced that funny tummy again. But last night, sure enough, after I'd had it, I just ate some slices off the board. So I will just show you the board. I just ate some slices. I didn't put it in a bowl and do all that. I was interested to see what it was like. I've heard rave reviews about tri-tip, and this was a Wagyu tri-tip, so I was excited about it. Anyway, I'm probably not going to buy Wagyu again for a while. I think I'm just going to, the next thing I'm going to get from this quality butcher where I got the Wagyu from is I'm going to get the brisket fat. That's the next lot of fat I'm going to get from him. I've tried the Wagyu fat now and I could go back to it. As I say, it's all an experiment, but I'm going to get the brisket fat and then go through all the things with that and see. And then I've already bought fats quite a lot of times from several different butchers, and I bought suet as well. So then I've got quite a bit of comparisons that I can make for myself as to what I can use for what and what I like and what I don't. So that was the tri-tip really for dinner. And then I just wanted something else, and I wanted some bread, and I didn't want my sliced bread. So I was thinking about making Puffle, or Moffle. Truffles really have got cheese in them, and as we know, does not agree with me, and I am a little bit rebellious at times. So truffles are out. So it's either a muffle or a puffle. So I thought, what am I going to do? I've got some chicken mince to make some muffles, but I ended up making a puffle, which is basically pork rinds in it. Okay. If you want the recipe, ask me and I'll give it to you. I won't bother giving it to you just because I don't know if anyone wants the recipe or not, but it was fine. It was fine. It was, in terms of what I was wanting, it wasn't exactly what I was wanting, but it was good. And I made extras and I popped it in a little bag and put the rest in the fridge. And what I thought would be a better use for them, because I use gelatin in the recipe, they come soft and flexible, and so you can absolutely use them as tortillas. And I have a pancake maker. I didn't use the Puffle machine, right? The waffle machine. I didn't use a waffle maker. I used my pancake maker, which is flat, doesn't have all the grids in it. So that was good. And I was sitting there thinking, I have ideas for this, and even flavor profiles of how to change it and stuff, so that I can have that when I want, see my elbow, so I can have that when I feel like that, because that's the key for me. As long as I can keep it 0 carb, I'm happy. And I started off with a recipe, and then I added something else to it, and then I made another batch with some other things. So, because I just really I'm just looking. And even when I did raw food, this is what I do. I'd do all my research and read lots of recipes. And, when you've been cooking and making things for a while, you sort of know what's going to work and what's not going to work, mostly. And so I would come up with my best version of a recipe that I liked from all the recipes, and then I would make it, and then I would start tweaking it. So this is just my method. When I ran the cafe for so many years, I did the same thing. I created the recipes for the menu there, and I would experiment and learn and use all my information and tweak and edit and all the things. So that's what I'm doing right now, because I'd love to get a pancake that's a pancake. But then this tortilla was fantastic, to be able to cook some mince, and, if you want to add sour cream, you can. I cannot. It's another texture, right? So you can dolly it up however you want, but just being able to hold a tortilla and put some mince in there, and I could put some crispy fat crackle on top, and if I'm doing Carnivore, I can add some herbs and whatever else. But that was a brain spark last night. So on Friday I had 117 grams of fat, which is good. I'm very happy with that. So today, this week has been 100, 150, 190, 120. Yeah, it's good. I'm happy with that. So just to finish off, I just wanted to talk about weighing myself, because I realised I haven't discussed it really on any of the vlogs since putting it out there. And I had thank you so much for those that actually shared their thoughts. It was great. It actually helped me think it through. And what I decided to do was, I'm not going to weigh myself right now. That's what I've decided to do. right now. That could change tomorrow, but the decision I made a couple of weeks ago was I'm not going to weigh myself now. I'm going to wait till these are more significant, in theory, should all the other circumstances stay the same. I want to weigh myself when there's a significant difference, because then I'll know that I'm not going to be disappointed and it's not going to be like a gut punch. Because that's what I reckon it will feel like if there isn't a significant difference on the scales. But if there's a significant difference for me, I can, oh, that shouting, my mind can understand and explain that to myself, right? Because that's the challenge I have. So I thought I would wait until my, the pants that I wear, I'm having more significant changes in those. I think I've shared I always lose weight from the top down, so that's, my whole life has been like that. But it's the bottom half that is where the significance lies. So yeah, I will share when I do weigh myself at some point. We're only a week and a half, 2 weeks away from the 90-day mark, Emma and I, and so that was our original goal that we set. I really want to get to 100 days before I make a decision whether I, carry on as ketovore or whether I keep with carnivore. I'm leaning towards carnivore because I'm enjoying it. There's so many great things about doing it. Every now and again, I want a ketovore snack. Not a snack, but I want a dessert. That's the only thing that I've wanted. And I have the jelly with some plant cream on it. I had one of that. I've made these pancakes. I wouldn't even call that a dessert. So yeah, and the breads are really great for me. Like, they're not a ketovore dessert or anything, but they're great because they give me options. And I'm a texture eater, and I do sometimes, and it'll just nag my brain. And so that's why I make options for myself. And I'm not worried about the carnivore police because, I think my way of eating is actually my way of eating, and my particular macros, not that I know what they all are, but whatever they are, they're mine. And as they are, as yours are yours. And I think that's really important. Just like you wouldn't take my medication, you shouldn't take my food way of eating either. You should find your own, right? And yes, you can learn from what I'm doing, what others are doing, and and you come up with your own version and you try it out, and some things work and some things don't, right? I think that's the best way to be in life with everything, not just with what we eat, but with everything else as well. So yeah, so I'm not going to weigh myself just yet. I would love a really significant difference. Look, what may come first is that I just want to weigh myself. So I may do that. I don't want to cut and sort of put it in stone. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate all the comments. I know I've said it before, but I really do love having a chat with you all, different ones that are commenting. And tell me your name if you're going to hang out on my channel. Tell me your name so I can call you by your name. Hi Jan. Hi Deb. Hi, Alison. Hi. I love doing that. Hi Emma. That's my girl. And hi Tonya. That's my sister. So I don't know. Hi Mum. I don't know. She hasn't commented yet, but you never know. All right. Me and my fatty tea. 100% carnivore. Oh, the tea's not carnivore. Yes, I understand. I got reprimanded. Yeah, in one of the Facebook groups. I have to have a bit of a thick skin in those Facebook groups. Some of them are brutal. All right, I'm gonna. What I've just noticed? Can you see it turning to liquid down there? Wow. That's because it's warm out here, and that's interesting. It's a whole learning experience. Would that be the same with the other fat? It might be the same actually with all beef fat. Yeah, could be. I've got to get that inside. All right, I'm going to go. Sending you love. Mwah! and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully I'll have some recipe videos up soon. Like I say, it's just been an odd week. I've been trying to get some recipe videos up, but when you are filming the results, after you filmed the recipe, I've filmed heaps of stuff and then haven't been able to close the video out because I haven't gotten the end results the way I wanted them. So that's why I feel like I've done heaps of work this week, and I feel like I don't have a lot to show for it, even though I've done heaps. Anyway, sending you love. Mwah. Good luck with everything you're doing. Let me know how you're going on your carnivore or your ketovore or whatever it is you're doing, or your curiosity. And if you need anything, if there's anything I can help you with, just let me know down below. Bye.